Hello everyone, I'm back with another Reddit Addicts episode. If you find my videos entertaining, please kindly subscribe and like them. Thanks to everyone for your suggestions and kind notes. Now, let's get started with today's exciting stories.
My wife had an affair with my best friend. 4 months into reconciliation but struggling. My wife and I have been married for 5 years, and we've had our ups and downs. She has struggled with depression, ADHD, and chronic fatigue her whole adult life, and much of our marriage has felt like I have been in the caretaker role. Her one goal in life is to have children and be a mother, but we've also been unable to conceive for 2 years. We spent $25,000 on IVF treatments, but I had to deploy for 6 months before we were able to do embryo implants. During that time her depression got worse. The inability to conceive, being pulled from her family and friend support structure when we got married, and me leaving left her feeling completely lost. I asked my best friend, a friend I gave 7 years of empathy and compassion to, a true brother to me, to check in on her and make sure she was okay while I was gone. The same thing I did for his wife while he was deployed. Well, not exactly the same. They started texting, the texts turned toward inappropriate topics, and the next visit they got drunk and had sex. The texts, phone calls, and hookups continued for 2 months. I could tell something was wrong. She'd call me crying saying she was a bad wife. I noticed my Ring cameras didn't have hourly screenshots sometimes, or they'd be down altogether. I saw him visit one time and could only hear, "I'm not gonna do that, not right here," as he left the front door. Another time I saw him watch her go back inside, then look up at the camera as he left. If you've looked at a woman that way before, you can just tell, you know? I convinced myself I was crazy, that it was my own insecurities that made me doubt the 2 people I trusted more than anyone in life. Then she called me and told me she was texting him and had feelings for him. Okay, that's okay, we can work on that. Thank you for telling me. Well, that night my curiosity and insecurity lead me to our cell phone statements, and there were thousands of texts and quite a few late-night hour-long phone calls to a number I didn't recognize. I called her at 5 a.m. her time and blew their whole shitstorm wide open. Turns out he was there that morning, in my bed, but I didn't find out till later. Fast forward. I put an end to any and all contact between him and us. We went into counseling immediately, and we've been getting better over the last 4 months, but now I'm a bit lost. I want to say that I'm not mad at my wife. I'm hurt, of course, but I actually understand why she did what she did. I believe she was a different person during that time because of her illness. And she has made amazing progress since. We got real help, new treatments, she got a new job, and we're on the road to recovery. But we went on vacation this week and a switch just turned in my head. From day one I've been in fight mode. I'm not a flight mode kind of guy. I wanted to protect my life, to take control of it, and prevent anyone from stealing what I had worked so hard to build. But here I am on vacation, away from all the other life requirements like work, pets, house, hobbies, and I find myself wanting to be with a group of people I just met instead of next to my wife. I'm thinking, don't I deserve to love life, not just exist in it? I've spent so much of my life putting everyone else ahead of me, maybe I should be selfish for a change. From day one I never gave any credit to the idea of separation. Giving up on us wasn't an option. I've finally told a buddy of mine, finally told my mom, both of them said that a separation might be a good idea to see how I really feel. It was the first time anyone told me it's okay to think about the other option, and it felt great to hear. I love my wife. I would climb mountains for her happiness, but shit am I exhausted from it all. My feelings just aren't the same. It's not her fault. It's not my fault. I think we'd be in a worse place if she didn't cheat tbh because she would have never gotten help and I would still be climbing that never-ending mountain. We're going home tomorrow, and I don't know what our next step will be, but I wanted to post my story. Thanks for listening. Comment 1. She cheated with 3 different men in 26 years. At 21, 30, and 43. I've been single for 6 years. And I have been dealing with my childhood sexual abuse finally, in life. Being raped and molested by 2 different females growing up does mess with you. Being open about it feels good. Because in the 1980s when I reported it, all I got was high fives, and was discredited the abuse. Unfortunately, I sought emotional abusive women. Cheaters. Life is good. Just living me now. Peace. Comment 2. Correct. It is sad some keep the pain going and stay bitter for long times. I was angry and an ass in my 20s and 30s. I got no healing or closure to my abuse. Some women that are stuck in the hate will lash out at me when I tell them they need to get to the other side and heal. There is lots of pain. And they say they never will be happy. And it is sad they can't get there. I forgive my abusers, but I will never forget. Peace. Comment 3. You could have been the infertile one. Many men are infertile and don't know it. One girl thought she was infertile at age 20. She was trying with her fiancé since she was 19 and she couldn't get pregnant. I heard from his late brother that he was the cause, and when they were little a doctor told the guy it'll be a miracle if he is able to get a woman pregnant. Comment 4. Yes. Miscarriage sometimes is due to the men since the men carry the seeds. I find it weird that a 30-something-year-old has a hard time getting pregnant. My mom had 4 from 31 to 39. Both of you should have gotten check. I knew a man who had 2 ex-wives and a younger new wife and none got pregnant. He finally knew he was the problem. But look at it this way. She was a cheating woman who didn't deserve you. Comment 5. You are wrong. It is your wife's fault. There are millions of people out there struggling with mental issues, but most do not choose to cheat. She chose to betray you. I think you know this but refuse to admit it. This is the source of the struggle. If you are serious about repairing things with your wife, the first step is holding her responsible for her actions. As long as you keep trying to make excuses, this will never work.
We hope you enjoyed this story. Thanks for watching and hope to see you in the next video. And before you go, please be sure to subscribe for more.